kick it, Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Bears.
The youngest wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Dallas Cowboys all-decade rebuild here on Madden 23. I hope you guys are excited because we've got an absolute special banger for today. Not only are we playing the Houston Texans today, we are playing my all-time favorite player, Tom Brady. Yeah. This is actually one of the first times on the channel we've played against Tom Brady. There's not been many occasions in any of my franchises where we've played against Tom Brady. We've played against him in the Juice Road to Glory, but that doesn't really count because we didn't play defense, so we didn't really get to see him on the field. So other than that, I don't remember a series in recent memory where we played Tom Brady. I don't remember. Usually, if Tom Brady's involved in the series, he's usually on my team. So that's probably why we don't ever play him. But this is a rare circumstance. We are going up against TB12 and the Houston Texans. I hope you guys are excited because I certainly am, especially after the episode we had last time against the Colts, where we absolutely blew the doors off of them. I mean, that is something that I absolutely needed. I needed a dominant victory like that to build the confidence back up and to prove that I'm actually not as bad as I think that I am at this football game, even though I do know, trust me, I do know that I am bad at this game, but that made me feel like I'm not as bad as I probably think that I am. So that was a nice palate cleanser to get to this next half of the season where we are headed to the playoffs. I think we're already guaranteed a playoff spot with 11 wins, but I don't think the NFC East is locked up just yet because the Commanders are still in contention. But a few more wins should close the door on that. And hopefully we can close the door pretty soon on the entirety of the NFC and be the 1 seed just outright. That's the whole goal, so that we don't have to go through the wild card. So a lot of stuff is going to happen in today's episode, especially playing Tom Brady. Who knows how he's going to play? Trust me, I have no idea. He might play out of his mind. This might be 2007 Tom Brady throwing to Randy Moss. I don't know. We're going to find out. Hope you guys go and enjoy. If you do, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get started. So if we take a look at the standings, we have not clinched anything yet. That's what I was mentioning. Because the Commanders have 8 wins, so it's still theoretically possible for us to lose the NFC East. But like I was saying in the intro, if we continue to win games like we have been, yes, some of them have been closer than I would have liked, but if we still win, a win is a win. So if we still win these games, we're still going to keep our advantage over the Commanders, and sooner rather than later, we're going to clinch the NFC. But we do have to worry about the Arizona Cardinals. They are 10-2. They're really the only threat because then you got the Vikings and the Commanders with 8 wins, but I have a feeling that they're probably going to slip up here pretty soon. At least I hope so. So we really only have to worry about the Cardinals, but we don't have to worry about anything as long as we keep winning. If we keep winning, there's no way that the Cardinals can catch us because they have 2 losses, we have 1. So if we don't lose another game, then it's pretty much guaranteed that we'll clinch the NFC. So that's the goal. It's very simple. It's a very straightforward path. There's no confusion about it. We just got to win, and we're in. That's all we got to do. So I like that it's so straightforward. But playing the Houston Texans, taking on Thomas Brady and the Texans. They also have Todd Gurley as their running back. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch right there, quarterback and running back. We're going to defend the short pass because we know that Tom loves a good check down. So we will try to defend that. They also have Linval Joseph and Richard Sherman. Okay, Tom Brady and Richard Sherman on the same team. Nice little poetry right there. Then we go to this screen with the training. We'll do our normal pass 2 touchdowns. It looks like CJ Spiller is in line for an upgrade. That's awesome. He'll go up to an 88 overall. I'm hoping that JOK can start to develop quicker Edelman, I'd like to develop a little quicker. Dietrich Wise, I'd like to develop a little quicker. Remember, we've still got to sign some players to contracts. So we're going to figure all that money stuff out here pretty soon in the next couple episodes. Because if you have forgotten, there are some pretty big contracts that we do need to address. I'm pretty sure. Let me take a quick look. Let me take a peek at what we got here. So we've got Jason Peters, who we do need to re-sign. Maybe. Oh, no. Okay, so we did re-sign. I was mistaking the Baron series for this series. Jason Peters is the only big contract that we have left, and we're not even sure, at least I'm not sure, if we should even bring him back in the first place. He could be a very good trade piece because he's only 30 years old with a 95 overall. He could be a nice trade piece to potentially get some other pieces to help this team even further than what we already are. But let's take a look at the rest of this Texans team, see who they've got, see what they're working with. We know they've got a few guys, Tom Brady, Todd Gurley, Linval Joseph, but let's see exactly who's on this team. Teddy Bridgewater is the backup for Brady. Then they've got Gurley, Devonta Freeman, and Kareem Hunt. Very interesting 3 running backs there. Kyle Juszczyk is the fullback. Pierre Garçon, Rashad Bateman, Drake London, Christian Kirk, DJ Chark are the receivers. So it seems like whatever team Brady's on, they never give him any like amazing receivers. Don't get me wrong, Pierre Garçon is a fantastic receiver, but Pierre Garçon really was only ever a 1 at his powers when he was in Washington. I mean, Pierre's a very good number 1 receiver. But the rest of this lineup, I mean, as long as Drake London continues to develop and Rashad Bateman continues to develop, once, like in a couple of seasons, if we come back to this game in like 3 years, this lineup could be very, very different. We could have Drake London at 85 overall, or Rashad Bateman at 87 overall, and then Pierre Garçon like a 90 in like 3 years or 2 years. So if we come back and play this game in a couple seasons, this might be a whole different narrative. But right now, it is not looking too impressive, or too daunting, I should say. Kyle Pitts is the tight end, but he is injured. So they will have Greg Dulcich and Caden Smith. No. So Caden Smith is also injured, so Greg Dulcich is the only true tight end that they will have for this game. Wow, that's crazy. David Bakhtiari is also injured. Man, the Texans got hit with the injury bug, didn't they? James Hurst will start at left tackle for the Texans. We need to take advantage of that. Quentin Nelson is also on the offensive line. Tyler Linderbaum, J.R. Sweezy, and Marcus Gilbert also alongside them. So the offensive line's pretty solid, except for that injury at left tackle, which we do really, really need to exploit. On the D-line, you've got John Franklin Myers, Mario Williams back in Houston, along with Carl Lawson. Linval Joseph, we knew about. Javon Hargrave is also here. The linebackers are Vic Beasley, Zach Cunningham, Anthony Barr. Corners, Richard Sherman, Josh Norman, Captain Munnerlyn, Trent McDuffie, and Kyler Gordon. That's a very solid cornerback room, and these guys might give us some problems, especially having Richard Sherman. This is, I think, the first time where we've gone up against a super, super, super elite corner. I don't think we've ever gone up against a corner this good, or in this category of elite, this entire season so far. But Sherman definitely fits that. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know who he's going to be covering. Probably Megatron, but maybe he'll jump around and maybe cover Julio. I don't know. But Josh Norman will cover the opposite of whoever Sherman doesn't cover. And then Captain. This is going to be a tough matchup for our receivers. That is for sure. These are some really good corners. Then we go safety, Justin Simmons, and strong safety, Mike Adams. Kicker is Robbie Gould. Punter is Rigoberto Sanchez. And they have the 3rd pick because the Deshaun Watson trade. And the Browns happen to be really, really bad. So that is good for them because they've got a top 3 pick, at least for right now. But this is going to be interesting. You can see their stats right there. 93 offense, 95 defense, 93 overall. This is going to be a tough game. I'm expecting a fight till the end, and I'm very worried about these corners because they could do some work on our receivers. But let's not waste any more time. Let's not keep getting in our head. Let's go find out on the field how this team plays and go see just how good Tom Brady really is.
It's Week 14 of the NFL. And we'll see the man back from retirement, Tom Brady, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Texans and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where he can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us,
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the battle for Texas. Cowboys and Texans are here underway from Jerry's World, as you would expect a battle for Texas to take place. And the man we're going up against, TB12. I'm glad that they gave him number 12. Sometimes when you do a fantasy draft and all that kind of stuff, and players go to teams that they've never even been associated with, the numbers kind of get messed up. So I'm glad that he ended up with 12, because that's what his number is. So we will see how good Tom Brady plays against us. Let's just find out right now. He's going to start with a nice little throw to Dulcich, the only tight end that they have on the roster that's healthy. 1st and 10 after the great throw to Dulcich. I told you we're going to have to we're going to have to try and attack the short passes, because that's what Brady likes to do. And Dulcich is getting a heavy dose in the first 2 plays of the game. Not a good sign. I would like our secondary to play a little bit better against the only tight end they have on the roster, but whatever. Todd Gurley gets a carry, and he will break 1 tackle and get a big-time gain. He's got 652 yards with 9 touchdowns on the season. So he's not having, like, the greatest season in history, but it's not anything to laugh at. It's still a very solid season. It seems like they're more of a pass-heavy team with Tom Brady, which is understandable because he's Tom Brady. That's going to be to Pierre Garçon, and that is 3 for 3 for Tom Brady. Okay. I didn't know we were going to have to make any adjustments in the first quarter, but it seems like we might have to. It seems like we might as well have to. Although that could have been picked off, it is not going to be, and Pierre Garçon will outrun everybody for a touchdown. Texans lead 6-0. That is a scary thing that they went down the field so easily on us. I knew this was going to be a tough matchup. I mean, I talked about it in the intro, but the fact that they went down so easily on us, and then Pierre Garçon with 1 mistake is able to outrun everybody and score a touchdown, I mean, that's a little worrisome there. Luckily, we've got ourselves the future. They have the present / the past in Tom Brady. We have the future in Patrick Mahomes. Don't look at those interception numbers. You don't need to see those. We're just going to keep our head down and go to the run game, which has been our game plan for basically most of the season, has been just give the ball to Adrian Peterson and let him do his thing. And it's worked out. He's gotten a ton of yards, a ton of touchdowns, and he's just been dominant. I mean, we've built our offensive line for the run game, and he is using it to his advantage. That's back-to-back run plays that are super, super efficient. We'll cut this to the outside. He should have the speed to get there. Yes, he does. And 3 straight runs for 33 yards. Adrian Peterson dominates the beginning of this game. But now we will go with a pass play because they're not going to be expecting it. We'll snap it quickly. Gronkowski holds on. 1st down, Rob. That's a nice, efficient throw. Could have probably went to Julio as well. Both would have been good options. I think they were both open. But we went to Gronkowski and it worked out. 11 yards, first down. And now we'll go back to the run game. Give this to Peterson and let Peterson take it off. If he doesn't trip or get stuck on the offensive line there, he probably has even bigger gain. Ooh, okay, so they played the run very well on that one. So they might be playing the run a little bit more efficiently here. I like this Julio throw, but I also like this Gronkowski throw. But I also have to throw it, and Megatron luckily was there. That could have easily been picked off. Very easily could have been picked off. Thankfully it wasn't. Peterson's back in the game now after taking a little bit of a break. And we will hand it off to him again, and he will get shut down. So maybe they're actually starting to figure out, after getting gashed earlier in the drive, that they don't need to stop the run, or they need to stop the run, and that's going to be Antonio Gates. Maybe not the wisest choice, but hey, he got it, so I can't complain too much. He only got 2 yards out of it, though. I might be able to throw a corner route to Calvin Johnson, unless Richard Sherman plays the deep route. I can't even do anything. Wow. LaMarcus Joyner, the backup safety, they brought a safety blitz, and he just didn't get blocked. Nick Mangold had to choose. That was they brought it a zero blitz where they bring one more guy than we can block, and everybody did their assignment. It would have been the linebacker Anthony Barr if Mangold chose to block Joyner, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Man, that's crazy. That was a really good play call by Lovie Smith there, or I guess whoever their defense coordinator is. But Lovie Smith, the defensive guy, so I'd assume it's him who was calling that, or at least had a say in what they called there. But we do get on the board, so we won't be shut out in this game. That's a good sign. Unfortunate that we can't score a touchdown to tie the game, but we'll have to see how this goes. I'm a little scared because they really tightened up towards when we got closer to the end zone. Plus, our defense could not stop Brady on their first drive. Maybe things will change. I mean, that was only one drive. There's a lot of football left to play, so maybe things can change. But judging by that first drive, I'm not too enthused on what happens the rest of this game. Let's focus up, play good defense. That's what I'm talking about, Aaron Donald. Good job. Devonta Freeman goes down quickly. That was a great play, but we need to capitalize on this injured left tackle. They've got a backup left tackle in there who's not anywhere near as good as the starter. And that's going to be caught. Drake London breaks free. I completely whiffed on the tackle, and Drake London's down the sidelines. Breaks another tackle. Drake London to the 5. Touchdown, Texans. What has happened? What? We could not tackle Drake London there. And the Texans go up 14-3 on us. Is that my fault? I mean, I know that I completely whiffed earlier in the play at the beginning. I think it was Palomalu that I was using, and I completely whiffed. Yeah, that's my fault. But other than that, is that really my fault that we let him score there? He probably should have got tackled, right? Earl Thomas should have been the one to bring him down, but Earl Thomas missed the tackle. I don't really know what to think about that. We'll call another run play. Peterson will break one tackle, get pushed forward for a couple extra yards, and that is the end of the first quarter. We do get the ball to start the second half, so that is a plus. So if we can score here and maybe waste as much time as we can, I'm obviously not going to be able to waste 7 minutes of clock on this one drive, but maybe if we can waste like 4 minutes, 5 minutes of clock, that would be ideal, but it's not going to happen if we can't run consistently. And if we can't run consistently, we're going to be in big trouble. I don't like this, but I think it'll work. Secure catch. Oh, Adrian Peterson, he's going to catch it, but he had so much room. I really wanted him to turn up the field, but the way that Mahomes threw the ball, I knew I had to secure catch that. There was no way he was going to be able to complete the catch and stay in bounds. Luckily, Rob is able to get the first down, so we don't have to worry about that. And we will go with a run play again. We'll motion Megatron, fake it to him, hand it off to Peterson, get inside. and get a couple yards. You love to see it. Nice chunk of yardage there. Go back to the run game. We'll snap it. Have Peterson try to get the first down. He will fall forward. I probably should have taken another angle. I might have gotten a couple extra yards that I didn't get there if I had taken a different angle there, but I got the first down, so that's the big one that I was trying to do there. Julio will catch that easily. Good job. You may notice that I'm being very cautious with where I throw this football, and that might end up screwing me in the end, but for right now it's working. Peterson, he's got to be getting close to getting freight train, right? Gotta be. He is... Oh, he's one 10-yard run away from getting freight train. It could have happened there if I didn't get attacked from behind. We'll go with a tight end angle, but I'll switch it to a play-action drag. We'll play-action drag reel, roll out this side, fire on the run, and Patrick Mahomes will not be accurate on that one. That was I know it was a difficult throw, but it's a throw that Mahomes should make. This one, on the other hand, is a very simple throw, and Calvin Johnson will score. We used a lot of clock, not as much as I would have liked, but we did get it to 3:06, so we used a good amount of clock. And we will send it to a 4-point game. Thank you, Megatron, for beating your man off the edge. I think that was Sherman that he cooked. I think Sherman's been covering Calvin all game. And with 3 minutes to go, can we hold the Texans to no points in 3 minutes? It's very unlikely, judging by the first 2 drives they've had. I'm assuming that they'll at least get into field goal range, if not score another touchdown. But I can't think like that. I gotta think we can stop them, because if not, then why even play the defensive drive? That's going to be... Why did you go for the... I just wanted to go for the tackle there. I wasn't even trying to acrobat that. But Darrelle Revis already had it. Had the animation. And now Brady has activated... What does he have? Pro reads? He does. He has pro reads. That's scary. And he's going to be even more efficient. Greg Dulcich, another catch. And he has yet to miss a pass. I hate when the CPU quarterback is perfect from the pocket. They have, kind of annoys me. And that's going to be Todd Gurley. He's got some nice juke moves. He was being a little sticky there, not letting me hit him with the hit stick. I tried twice. He got away with it both times. All right, 2nd and 1. 2-minute warning comes and goes. Brady, quick throw, caught. Garcon goes down quickly. They are going to let the clock go, but they are clearly in a field goal range, so it's not a big deal. And they have all 3 of their timeouts. Can we stop them? I need that to be picked off, but Ray Lewis or Patrick Wills is out of range. That could have easily been picked off. All right, accelerated clock drops is under 20 seconds now. 2nd and 1 from the 21. Aaron Donald's making some plays, but it's a screen pass. Freeman pops the ball out. Aaron Donald's got it. Oh, that's so massive. That's so massive. Devonta Freeman fumbled the screen. And we have 1 minute and 9 seconds with 3 timeouts to get at least in a field goal range, if not score a touchdown to take the lead. Oh, that's absolutely huge. If Mahomes can throw that and pick it off. Really, Patrick? I mean, yeah, that's probably on me. But he was so open. He was so open on this play. Look at this. Look at how open. Yeah, I did the wrong play. I had to roll out to this side because it had forced me to roll out this side. I couldn't have rolled out the left side because everybody else was running this side. But look how open. Yes, this is a very tough throw, but look how open Julio is on this play. He's so open. There's so much space here. But it's just a wild throw, and it's easily picked off. That's upsetting. We got the break that we needed, and I completely screwed it up on the very next play. So now we give the Texans a chance to score another touchdown or get a field goal at the very worst. That's going to be thrown to the sidelines. Garcon stays in bounds. I thought he'd step out to keep a timeout. But he chooses for some extra yardage, and it's 1st and 10 from the 18. If we could maybe force them to use that last timeout. That's going to be a catch. Yes, it is. A 1-yard catch, but he falls out of bounds, stops the clock. If we could get them to use that timeout before they have to kick the field goal, then we might be able to get out of here with no points. But that's if they use the field goal, or if they use the timeout, or we don't need to. Patrick Peterson, interception. Take it to the house, Pat Pete. Go. There's nobody around you. 10-5, touchdown Cowboys. Patrick Peterson. Forget using the timeout. Wow. Tom Brady chooses to go simple and easy with the little checkdowns into the flat. But Patrick Peterson, he's too experienced. He read it all the way. He read Brady's eyes, and he picks it off and goes to the house for a pick 6. And just like that, instead of being down 4 headed to halftime, we are up 3. Oh, man, I was so worried after I threw that pick to give them the ball back. I was so worried that we were going to go down 2 scores or down by a touchdown. I mean, it was scary there. And I'm happy that Brady chose to throw it to Greg Dulcich for some reason, even though Patrick Peterson was easily playing that. 36 seconds left. Let's not allow them to tie this game up with a field goal. I would not like that. They still have their 1 timeout. 32 seconds. That only gets them a yard. So we can make this work. We can make this work. Oh, that's going to be to the sidelines. It's going to be... It would have been caught by Darrelle Revis if it was in bounds. But it's 3rd and 9, 1 timeout, 26 seconds to go. If we could get a sack, that'd be massive. We can't get the sack, but Darrelle Revis knocks it incomplete. And that's a big hit after the play, but it's 4th and 9. Will they go for it? No, they will. I mean, they're at their own 26. That makes sense. They've only ran the ball 3 times. I forgot how little they've run the ball this game. But Darrelle Revis, you cannot throw at Revis Island, man. How many times you got to prove it to you? 16 seconds. We have a chance to even get more points because the Texans chose to not be efficient with their time. If I send Gronk deep, he might be open in the gap. Nope, but Julio's going to be open in the gap, and he holds on. 10 seconds, call a timeout. I probably should have gone possession catch there. That might have been a little safer. But he caught it, so I guess it doesn't matter. And we need to get a few more yards before we get into field goal range. We're not quite there yet. We will be with Deshaun Jackson. He's got the speed, Deshaun Jackson. And we'll call a timeout just to be careful. And we will kick a field goal to go up 20-14 over the Houston Texans. Vinatieri will put it through. There should be 1 second left. Okay, perfect. I was hoping there wasn't going to be 1 second left, but I wasn't sure if it would go off or not. What a turnaround. What an absolute turnaround for this offense. I mean, or for this entire game in general. That Brady interception, that Brady pick 6 was absolutely massive. What a change in momentum and everything. Completely turned this game around. I don't know where we'd be if Brady scores a touchdown there. We'd be down 21-10. We'd be in a bad spot. But we're not in that bad spot. The Texans are now in that bad spot. And all we got to do at this point is just run the clock down. Get some good run plays. Keep the ball. And maybe score another touchdown. But most importantly, just run the clock. And if we can do all that, we can get out of here with another victory and make sure that the Arizona Cardinals never get into this division or into this NFC race for the 1 seed. We just keep them away. Big catch for Gronkowski there. We'll go back to the run now. Back to the run game. It's been weird for the Texans because they've been like really good at stopping the run, but then plays like this where we just completely gash them for huge chunks of yardage. They've been super inconsistent. They've been very hit or miss on if they're going to be good at stopping the run. But Adrian Peterson has now activated his freight train, and that means he's unstoppable. Okay. So I'm assuming there's no way to get him out of the zone. I'm guessing that's what unstoppable means. That would be awesome if that's the case. And if we can take the whole third quarter, oh, that would be awesome. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that if Peterson keeps gashing them for these big chunks of yardage every time. But I can't be mad, obviously, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to dominate the run game. That's why I've got an offensive line as good as I have it. Peterson will carry for a couple yards. Those are the types of runs that I'm looking for to run the clock down. We'll give this to Le'Veon Bell now, who hasn't really gotten much carry this entire season. 3rd and 5. We'll go with the dragon spacing here. And this is the play that I wanted to send Calvin on the corner, because that should free up Sherman. Pass interference has got to be. That's got to be pass interference. There's nothing else it could be. I guess that there is one thing that it could be. Brian Bulaga. And they're going to give us... They didn't even choose 4th and 5 just to kick the field goal. They want to give us one more shot to get this first down. Maybe a bad idea, but maybe a smart idea. Who knows? It's going to be a smart idea because I threw another pick. I've thrown 23 interceptions this season. I should have thrown that to Julio. I should have thrown that to Julio. He would have had a better shot at catching that. I know better. I just continue to do it anyway. I don't know why. That's upsetting. All right. This is why we've been running the football mostly this season. That's going to be dropped again. Darrelle Revis got his hand in there. It's 3rd and 10. If we could force a 3 and out, that'd be awesome. Then my interception wouldn't matter too much except for like stats. But that's going to be caught. I knew it. Joe Hayden wasn't going to be able to keep up. He made that great cut to create just that little bit of separation, and then he needed to catch it. And it was a good throw by Brady. Very good throw by Brady. That's going to be caught. Darrelle Revis. Acrobats. Wow. Darrelle Revis acrobat goes crazy. I was not expecting this at all. It was another short little check down from Brady, but Darrelle Revis, you cannot test Revis Island. How many times do we got to talk about it? How many times are we going to talk about testing Revis Island, man? You cannot do it. I mean, look at this. Look at that, how good that is. That's awesome, man. You cannot test Revis Island. And we're going to keep this with the run game, especially because we got Freight Train, which means he's just going to barrel through everybody. 139 yards, 20 carries, but no touchdowns just yet. Looking to change that on this drive. Peterson, stay up. I was hoping he'd stay up on that one. Doesn't, but doesn't matter because he got us to the 9-yard line. He should be able to take us to the end zone, maybe on this play. If he can... He got the first down. He's got 150 yards. Peterson could win the MVP. I don't know who's in the running for MVP, but A.J. Peterson certainly should be. And he finally gets his touchdown. That's good. And then wants to go for 2 to get us back on track. And we will go Julio, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Bing. And we are back up by 2 scores officially on the Texans. It looks like the battle for Texas is coming down to who's got the better defense, and we have proven that we do. Even though the Texans' secondary might be equivalent to maybe even better than ours, the rest of the defense, we certainly have the advantage. Especially with this man right here in the middle, Aaron Donald. He hasn't really caused too much chaos, but hasn't really needed to. They're going to hand this off, jet sweep to Garcon. Great tackle by Patrick Willis. They're not allowing him to get any yards on that one. Patrick Willis snuffed it out very efficiently, and it is 28-14, 2nd down and 9, 59 seconds to go. Another screen pass. It might be a holding call. I would expect it to be. I don't know what else it could be. I don't think I hit Brady. I hit Brady? Ray Lewis. Was I Ray Lewis on the play? I need to go back because I honestly don't know if I was even Ray Lewis on this. Who did I turn it? No, I was Aaron Donald. You can see my little marker underneath Aaron Donald. I was Aaron Donald. So Ray Lewis just hit Brady on, like, for no reason. What are we doing, Ray? That's unnecessary right there. And he pointed at him, too. That's dirty. There's no reason for you to point at him, Ray. Oh, that's a nice little thumbnail action right there. Let me get, like, a nice zoom in on it. Pull it a little bit further. Look at that. Just point at him. Brady's upset. That's clean right there. That's clean. But that's also not something that we were supposed to do. Ray Lewis went off the cuff there. Okay. We have to adjust. It's not a big deal because we're still up 2 touchdowns. And Terrell Suggs got beat by Todd Gurley down the field. Thomas can't bring him down. Touchdown, Texans. Ray Lewis, why were you doing that? Or not Ray Lewis, Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis was the one trying to reach him. Or trying to race him. And this game just got closer for no reason. All right. It's now a touchdown ball game with a quarter to go. It was supposed to be them punting the ball back, but Ray Lewis had to give them new life by roughing Tom Brady up a little bit. 38 seconds left. Let's just give this ball to Peterson. I mean, he's 155 yards, touchdown. Just keep it on him. Keep it on him. 38 seconds. Waste time. Break that tackle. Peterson's not going to get much. If Anthony Barr wasn't there, I would have got a huge gain. 2nd down and 7. I probably should think about giving Patrick Mahomes Gambit so that I don't throw interceptions against AI defenders. That might help me out a little bit. I know that obviously like bazooka and run and gun are things that Mahomes should have because that's like his abilities. But judging by how many interceptions I've thrown this season and how many I probably will end up throwing the rest of this year, I probably do need to have Gambit on. Just as a little bit of a safety precaution until I can figure out why I'm throwing so many interceptions. I don't know why I'm doing it. I just need to know that I won't do it. 178 yards. Peterson's getting close to the 200-yard mark, and he probably will get it if we can continue to get these good chunks. We will snap it again, break that tackle, but Linval was right there. I was hoping that he would get blocked, but he didn't. Hand it off again. Nice blocking. Peterson has a side. And he gets another gain. That might be 200. It is. 207 yards on 30 carries. We are feeding Adrian Peterson today. We are feeding him like nobody's mother. I got stuck behind Kyle Long. I was still able to get a good chunk of yardage, but I could have got even more if I didn't get stuck. All right, keep him out of position. Break one tackle, you're in. He broke the one tackle, and he's in. 2 touchdowns for Peterson. Over 200 yards rushing. He's having a great day. He is got to be in contention for MVP. We will have to check after this game. I have no idea who's in the running, but he's got to be there. He's got to be. He's got probably over 1,400 yards on the ground with 18 rushing touchdowns, or 18 touchdowns in total. I don't know how many of those have been receiving. I don't remember how many we've thrown to him for touchdowns, but he's got a ton. He's got to be in there. Blake Jarwin, broken ribs. I forgot Blake Jarwin was on our team, if we're going to be honest. Brady's back, but he's back down by 2 touchdowns because his defense got torched. And that's going to be... Oh, what? Oh, no. That's going to get overturned. Anytime a fumble happens like that, it's always overturned. Yep, booth review, overturned. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. I'm more mad that I missed the interception with Darrelle Revis. That probably should have been an interception, or at least a knockdown. But nope. It's going to be Devontae Foreman who will get brought down quickly. We didn't waste as much time as I would have liked, but they're wasting time with these run plays and these short little passes. So I guess it doesn't matter who wastes the time as long as the time gets wasted. That's going to be caught. Bateman. A couple guys bring him down, but he gets the first down. Maybe a little bit of a hold by the left tackle on Terrell Suggs, but whatever. We're going to look past that because you could call holding on every single play if you wanted to. 1st and 10. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the game. I still haven't gotten a sack on Tom Brady yet with Aaron Donald, but Joe Hayden does a good job to swat that ball away. Good deflected pass there. That'll go incomplete. 2nd and 10. Come on, Aaron. I want to get a sack so bad on Brady. I don't even know if that'll knock him out of the zone, but I want to try. And the only way we can find out is if we sack him. It doesn't even really have to be Donald. I just want to sack him. It could be Terrell Suggs. It could be Robert Quinn. I don't care. Ndamukong Suh. It could be a safety for all I care. 3rd and 6. Coming up on 2 minutes. That's going to be to the sidelines. No catch. Rashad Bateman couldn't bring both feet in. It's 4th and 6. This is for their game, basically. This is for the game. If they don't get this, the game's basically over because I'll just run the ball the rest of the time. So they got to get this first down. Brady's going to have it wide open. It's Drake London. He was wide open there. There was nobody within 10 yards of him. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Good play. When they needed it, they went to Drake London and they got it. That's going to be a quick throw. Incomplete. Jimmy Smith probably should have had the pick there. Pick? But he doesn't have it. Knocks it incomplete. Now this will take us to the 2-minute warning. And that'll be nice play by Patrick Peterson there. Great job. He got there right when he needed to. 3rd and 10. 2-minute warning has gone away. He's going to go to the end zone. Corner of the end zone. Patrick Peterson. No, he didn't get his foot down. He got 1 down, but he didn't get 2 down. Unfortunate, but it is 4th and 10. So now this is for the game. Do they want to stay alive? Or will Brady... Oh, he's going to throw it away. Tom, you can't throw it away. Revis knocks it incomplete, but you got to give Bateman a chance. Unbelievable. Brady chose one-on-one corner of the end zone. Darrelle Revis said, no, not on my watch. You're not trying to do that on Revis Island. And they will choose their timeouts now. I wish they wouldn't because I just want to get out of here. It's not like they're going to win the game, especially with Freight Train Peterson. But they can try all they want. It's 3rd and 5. I will go with a slant here and then choose Gronkowski to go with an out route. That might be a little bit more efficient. I guess I was wrong on that one. So we'll just throw it away. That's my bad. I didn't think that everything was going to be covered there. But whatever. Hopefully Gronkowski gets open on this one. 4th and 5. We're going to give that to Gronkowski. He's going to catch it. Hold on. That'll be the final timeout, and we got the first down. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. No more timeouts. We'll continue to give the ball to Peterson, basically just for stat padding reasons. Oh, look at him cut the edge there. I should have used the hard cut. That's my bad. Should have used the hard cut on that one. I probably would have got even more yards. Oh, holding. You cannot call holding there. Okay, whatever. Roger Saffold, he's guilty. That was going to be a really good one. And they're talking to my ear. You won't be able to hear it because the audio's too low, but they were talking to my ear about how they got to give consideration for Peterson to be in the MVP because he's having such a good season. We definitely got to take a look at his stats and the overall MVP rankings to see if he's even in conversations, because he's going to have a huge day here. 37 carries, 250 yards on the ground. I mean, we're creeping up towards all-time record right here for most yards in a game. We're definitely creeping up on Cowboys' all-time record for rushing yards in a game. Might as well call our timeouts here. I want to see how many yards we can really get. 9 seconds. I want to see how many yards we can get. I'm getting a little greedy. Maybe that'll cost me here. 266. That's all we can get. 266 is fine. 266 is crazy. That's such a good day on the ground for Adrian Peterson. Dear Lord. All right, so Mahomes, 11 for 15, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. I probably am going to switch to Gambit just for my sake. But we had 40 attempts, 266 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground for Peterson. What a crazy day. Gronkowski had 4 catches for 48 yards. Julio had 2 for 32. Calvin had 2 for 29 and a touchdown. Tackles, we had 6 for Patrick Willis, 5 for Ray Lewis, including that one, actually not including the pass interference that I was referring to. Doesn't count as a tackle. We didn't sack Brady at all, but we picked him off twice, Darrelle Revis and Patrick Peterson. And we are going to stay ahead of the Cardinals for this week. I didn't pay attention to the bottom ticker. I don't know if they won their game or not. I guess we'll find out next when we simulate. But, hey, all we need to do is win, and we stay in front. So that's what we did. We're going to stay in front. Okay, so we will play the Jaguars the next episode. They have Cam Chancellor as their best player, or at least their top threat. We stay at 12-1. The Cardinals lost. The Cardinals lost. We've clinched. Well, not necessarily. We've clinched the AFC or the NFC because the Commanders lost, it looks like. Yeah, the Commanders lost. They're 8-5 now. So we've clinched the NFC East. Actually, no, we haven't. The X only means we've clinched a playoff spot. Because the Y means you've clinched the division, and the Z means you've clinched the entire conference. So the X only means that we're guaranteed a playoff spot. We haven't clinched yet. Maybe next week, or this next episode, if we win, then we'll clinch the NFC East. But I guess there's still a possibility the Commanders could win. So, doing what I want to do, let's take a look at the stats. Look over above my head. Look above my head at the rushing yards. Adrian Peterson has 354 attempts, which is over 100 more than what the next guy has in Derrick Henry. He has 1,891 yards, which is 600 more than what Derrick Henry has. And he has 18 touchdowns, which is only 1 more than what Derrick Henry has, but the yards are out of control here, so we know what he has. What is the MVP conversation looking like? Andrew Luck leads it. Is he even in the conversation? Adrian Peterson's not even in the conversation for MVP. Come on. Just call it quarterback of the year or something. He's probably going to win. Actually, he's definitely going to win offensive player of the year. But you got to give Adrian Peterson a chance at MVP, man. I mean, what else does he have to do? He's almost got 2,000 yards. He's going to have over 2,000 yards before the end of the season. What else does he have left to do? If we go to records, rushing yards in a game is 296. So we jump up right here, 266 from just this episode. So we had to get almost 300 to get what Adrian Peterson got in real life. But if we go to a season, rushing yards in a season, it is Eric Dickerson with 2,105. We are right here at the bottom. We just crept into, with this last game, this episode, we just crept into the top 10 of all time in rushing yards in a season. He's going to have over 2,000. That's pretty much a guarantee. He's almost there already. But can he get to 2,105? If he can do that, if he can break the rushing record, that would be phenomenal. I guess that would make up for him not winning MVP. Not even being... The thing is, he's not even in the discussion. I'd be understanding if he was like second and he just couldn't beat out Andrew Luck. That's different. But the fact that he's not even in the conversation after potentially having a season where he breaks the rushing record, how could you not give him the MVP? I don't care what Andrew Luck's doing. What's he doing? He's not even leading the league in touchdowns or yards. So why is he leading in the MVP voting? And his team is 8-5. He plays for the Bucs. Unbelievable. I don't understand how this game, or how the NFL, I should say, but mainly this game, votes on the MVP. But that's a conversation for another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.